Hey, yo, Crusher, let's run that back.
Someone we'll be keeping an eye on certainly today, Jeremy Lin.
Well, one thing with his athleticism and his anticipation, you got to be very careful with the ball. I mean, Clark, how many times do you see him just dart out defensively and force a turnover?
Steve, he's able to pick it off and go racing the other way, and part of that is his anticipation. Really dangerous in the passing range. Your heels trying to protect your lead, and then you don't, as they didn't in this case. It goes down as
they won that game, Clark, and they just stopped playing in that third quarter.
Tell you what, guys, if you had...
And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it from deep. Harden. That's good. Harden's
season averaged 25 points a game, and I think really energized the call.
And for J.R. Smith, the New Jersey native, right at home. Clark playing for the Knicks.
And you knew he had the talent to be special. He just had to put it all together and had a big season. The first player since '90 to come off the bench and score 30 or more in 3 straight games, Kevin. He's simply a bucket maker.
Here's Stoudemire. James Harden picking up that last basket. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from 3-point.
The stream of 3.
Woodson. Doris.
A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard. And
it's Harden with the drive. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got Lin against Felton. Lin the pass to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Wicks. Pass to Carmelo. Drops in the layup for 2. Second chance shot. Rejected by Jones. And he gets it.
That's why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Harden's. Stoudemire the pass to Smith. And the layup's good off the glass. Lin picking him up. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Second chance opportunity.
Hustle, too. Gotta hustle.
Yeah, you got to go after it.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Doris.
I heard holds true. I'd say their pick and roll is going to be their primary offensive weapon. He made sure that his
point. Only 1 bucket for him.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Defense, too, guys.
Brown. And he gets it to go. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that one.
As hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
That one goes.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release.
3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Shots good from Bargnani.
Really open up the lane.
Kick out to Hamilton. A 3-pointer is right on target. Anthony, the pass to Chandler. That one falls. Cutters Hardaway. Rejected by Monty Eunice. Chandler's situation. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for New York. Smith comes in for Harden. Star last season, his jersey sales jumped to first, Clark, in the entire...
In April, where he dropped 50 on the Heat. I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Smith's shot is good. He dishes it to Beverly. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, that's...
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, I think Carmelo is one of the great scorers in the NBA, but his 3-point shooting has really been inconsistent over the course of his career. Floor and get to the hole more often.
So the whistle blows on the shot.
Back up to the 40s like in 2011. If that happens, there's no question that makes him unique.
Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the...
He's one of the elite scorers we've seen in the league in a while.
Harden's shot is good.
They just continue.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, we've seen on each team's floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Martin's checked in for Stoudemire. And it's Brown in for Lamar Odom.
tough, but I believe I can improve that. When I decided to come to the NBA, my goal was to be a starting center in this league. You have to wonder how the acquisition of Dwight Howard changes his role.
We'll see how it plays out.
12 rebounds and almost 2.5 blocks. What incredible numbers. He's been a...
Chandler, the pass to Bargnani. And the shot is good. Bargnani kicks to Brown. And again, it's New York.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently. Try to get into his airspace.
Anthony's
Out west, like the Rockets were last season, you have to make sure you get every win you can when you play against the Eastern Conference.
the second of 2 straight at home. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws. Anthony drives in. J.R. Smith on the wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Good. 10-point twist up on the wing. Harden from downtown. Yes. And a nice assist from Lynn. Some underestimated his talent.
Well, I don't think anybody underestimates. Scouts have watched him ever since his Arizona State days. You could see he had star potential, and now he's getting the opportunity in Houston to fulfill that.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for them.
At the line a year ago, he made 85% of his attempts.
Martin with the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive.
Putting points on the board.
Yeah, how valuable a player he is for them, Steve. Scores are always valuable. He gives them such a reliable...
Here's Beverly. Parsons outside. Latre. That is good. The floor, you know exactly what he's going to give you on offense, and he's very consistent. Harden's shot is good. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Shumpert, and that comes off the assist.
You have a guard like him who can go out and bother ball handlers. It can really take an opponent out of its offense.
Bargnani is checked in for the Knicks. Brown comes in for J.R. Smith. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He spoke very adamantly about being much...
Here in the 2012 playoffs, but after missing the first month and a half, Hardaway got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and the jam by Harden.
Well, they weren't going to pass.
He presents itself, and I'll tell you what, that was a golden...
Here's Howard. Up and in on the layup. Three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Hamilton. Leans inside, and Houston again with the bucket. Right between the shot clock and the game clock. Break, and here we go. Here's Shumpert. And 2 free throws coming up. Houston, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up in Milton. And it's Ashik in at the foul. And
They work offensively, Steve. I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without it.
And here's Howard. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And gets hatched by the D. He'll go to the line.
Has caught my eye.
Anthony's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Anthony with
Performance their last time out as well.
Harden the pass to Howard. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run. Here comes Smith leading the fast break. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 7 on...
His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up.
Felton attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be...
The pass to Parsons. Ahead. That's good from Howard on the assist from Parsons.
Into those breaks, he always finishes strong.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Into Stoudemire. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Here's Harden.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow.
And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And the Rockets making a change here. Garcia's checked in. The open shot, Anthony. And that one goes long.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Garcia dishes to Howard. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got 15 points here in the second half.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good.
Jordan Hamilton is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. 14 foul.
1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, he's been pretty safe with the ball for the most part. In fact, that's his first turnover, guys.
1:50 left in the fourth. Beverly the pass to Howard. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Howard's got 11 points in the quarter.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
You know, after the surgeries and all the wear and tear on his knees, you wonder if Amari Stoudemire will ever be the same dominant athletic player as he once was. But remember, he's still a very skilled player shooting the ball. So Amari still with the potential to be a very productive player.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Howard's got 26 points.
Tell you what, he takes a lot of punishment inside. When Howard gets the ball in deep, defenses are looking to foul him hard because of his difficulties at the free throw line.
And he's a devastating finisher when you let him power it up to throw it down. He's a former dunk contest champ, Steve, so you give him a chance to do that, he'll make you part of his highlight reel.
Well, what we saw here tonight is, one team just had everything going for it, and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
And Amari certainly has missed his share of time on the floor, but when he did play last season, there were a lot of times Clark he got it done.
Kevin, on a per-minute basis, he was as good as ever. I think in a reserve role, maybe controlling his minutes can help preserve his knees, and he's skilled enough to score even if he's not jumping out of the gym.
And Garcia kicks to Montejunas. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Rockets lead by 19.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Here's Beverly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Dishes to Montejunas. And another 3 for Houston.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Offensive rebound. Bargnani goes up and lays it nice and easy.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Hamilton. No good on the 3. Now Odom. And it's Shumpert penetrating the baseline J. So we see Houston taking the W here. Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys...